Okay, so I'm having a cup of coffee with some cinnamon, so something in between my teeth, that's gonna be it. I will start with this Smashbox matte palette and take some of the maybe cool tone for the crease. This one here, maybe mixed with the lightest color, so it will be kind of my skin tone. I thought to use this base, this dark base, and make a little bit of a smokier eye, but not so smoky, just using these kind of colors. I think I will just go over those two up there and then take a little bit of the cool toned pinky mauve kind of color, not mauve maybe, but like an antique pink. Just making sure that it's high enough, like where all the bubbles are here. Bubbly, wrinkly stuff. A little bit more. So I'm kind of starting here where I need most of it actually. Where I really think it's puffy. Where it is really puffy and hooded. It's more puffy and extra skin than, Let's say it's more extra skin than puffy. It's not really puffy, it's extra loose skin. That's what it is. It's not, and then it's hanging over the lid. Very simple. Okay, so time for this darker lid primer in Smoke. And it's a dark gray. So I have to be kind of careful with this one, not use too much of it. So I'm taking this one. Actually, it's kind of a, it's not gray really. It's like a dirty color. Like that, and then a little bit blend it, and that's gonna have to be it, I think. Okay, so I'm gonna use from this really simple Essence palette that looks like that. There's a really pretty matte gray here. I'm gonna use this one first, like a little bit here, before I start with the darker ones that I won't, have a problem in the end. Like here. So I will use this one for the inner corner. It's not too light though, but it's like, like that. Is it too shiny? There's no such thing, right? No such thing as too shiny. It's not glitter, it's really just a sheen in it. Kind of a strong sheen, but just a sheen. There's nothing like coffee. Actually, I did both these colors under the eye, like that. Just to use a little bit of the color anyways, because it becomes a bit too gray if you use just, the gray ones. So now I will continue by taking this darker gray. I'm using the same brush, I'm just cleaning it off a bit. And I will take it in the here, down here, and in the outer corner, like that, something like that. Let's start with this gray. I'm taking it pretty low here because my eye is like, it's making a dip in here, like there's nothing here anymore, like it's just skin and the bone. So everything kind of sinks in. So all this color kind of disappears that I put, So you have to go a little bit lower, I feel, like in a triangle kind of thing here too. The way the way you do a triangle here, that's the way I kind of do here too, just a bit softer maybe. So I think I'm starting with this one also up here and then adding the darker one. See if I want it. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I want it. So I'm already mixing dark and gray. Dark gray and light gray together, or almost black, I say. Is it black even? Oh yeah, that's black. Okay, so it's black. A little bit up and out. And of course there's a lot to clean because I can't have wings like that going. At least not anything that really looks like a wing. It has to be something that looks a bit softer. I just cover up all the, these things here. All these things here that looks light and my skin tone. And then you can really see, and of course this is the worst eye. Here it's heavier. But when it's light you can really see it coming down like that. And if you make it darker, you can like still see it, but it's a little bit less in the, screaming here. So That's what I'm doing. And since I know that it's all this area here, if you don't, you know, if you're doing makeup on somebody else, or if you try it for the first time, or, you know, just keep your eye open and put it on like this, little by little. See, when I close my eye, it's all this missing, so I'm just filling it in. I'm filling it in like with the same thing. And then, of course, depending on what you put here, you mix it together with that one. And then you open your eyes again, and then you see again what it looks like. And it looks really horrible when it's not blended or anything, and it's just a blob over there. And if you want more, you can take it from here. Usually I do here like a medium color, not a too dark, because then it just, everything looks like a black eye. If you want to, but you know, I think you actually just have to also get used to what you have, because things are changing. You can do only so much with makeup, of course. I mean, you have to accept the rest, or you're going to be miserable for the rest of your life, and that's no use to be. So let's just do what we can. Anyway, you know, you look at your eyes in the morning and when you do your makeup, and then you don't look at your eyes anymore. At least I don't. I mean, yeah. So you can be a bit like, oh, they're really puffy today. Oh, they really like hooded today. But they are hooded every day when you reach a certain age. It begins with, oh, they're really hooded today. And then they become hooded every day. Like, so if you want it a little bit, you know, more like covered, or, you know, it's all just a thing for the eye to make it think something. A little bit of a smaller blending brush like that. And just go softly around it and a little bit on top of it, because it got pretty strong here. Anyways, this is Aventure or something like this from Dior. Fusion Mono. I didn't use this one for a very long time. It's really pretty though. So I don't like using my fingers with any kind of cosmetic products, because yeah, I think it's better not to, but sometimes it does work better though, let's face it. But I will try with a brush. It just keeps it nicer and cleaner. So there is on the brush at least, so let's see if it stays on the eye also. I mean, I do have the base still here, but you know, let's see. I really love this one. It's like really shiny and sheeny, and still it has a dark base. I don't want to take it higher, just, you know, on the lid itself like that. And a little, maybe a little blend like that. I think that this here, this color here, it doesn't look like it's nicely blended. Look at that. It doesn't look so well blended, whereas the satin eyeshadows blend much easier. You know what, I'm going to try and fix this outer corner that became too matte, I think. Just with this Dior Stylish Move, this kind of grayish mauve kind of sheen satin color. So I'm taking some of this slightly mauve grayish satin color from a old Dior palette, pretty old. It's Stylish Move, I think. Yeah. But it's one of the best palettes that they used to have before. Now they have also really nice ones. So I'm starting it here, like exactly where I have the kind of the problem. Where it looks just blah. It gives a slight sheen like that, but hopefully not too much. Just to make it satin and not so matte. I don't really think that the matte suits all my wrinkles here anymore. I mean, there's no shimmer in it, but it's, you know, like that and not like that. See the difference? I like this much more, even if there is some shine in it. And for some people this might be too shiny now then. On the other hand, I don't do it all the way down here. I do it on purpose, just where I didn't like it. I think I went a little bit too far out, smoked it out too much a bit today. but never mind. From Smashbox, and it's called something too. Always On Gel Liner, and this one is in Moody, so a grey one. Curl lashes, also mascara under. I don't always put mascara under the eyes, but since I have quite a lot of things going on there, I thought I'd better have something on the lashes as well. So I started with the wrong color of this. I actually used this one. I decided to go through my foundations. I don't have a lot of foundations in one time going, but there is a few that I didn't use a lot, so I want to try those Revlon colors, say, and see if they're completely like a no-go, and then I will just throw them out. I have two colors. This one is the lightest color. Is it called Buff Still or something like that? I think so. But it's the lightest color, and it's in the new version with the pump, and you know, it's a nice foundation. It's on this side, you know. I didn't powder it, but it stays sticky. So I didn't powder it. It covers like this, you know. It's not full coverage, but it does stay on. And if you don't powder it and play around with it too much, if I start doing layers of it, it just doesn't work. So I have to make sure that the first layer is good enough. Pretty much like this with all long-lasting foundations nowadays. That's the only way I can use them. Like one time on and that's it, and not touch it. The same with the Smashbox long-lasting one. It's even harder to put on, I think. Here I started with the wrong color, so it's a bit too dark. Bronzed up skin. But anyway, the light one is on a little bit, but since I can't move around it with it too much, so I didn't put, you know, start playing around with it too much. Anyways, so that's that. And I'm not going to start with concealing and stuff, because, you know, I have to conceal everything until down here if I start concealing in my face. So it's a little bit like that with my skin. To be able now to do a little bit something on my face, and here on my lips I have actually this palette from Smashbox. It's really, really cute. You get a lip brush and can I bend it like that? I think so. And these colors, one row I believe is matte, and the other one is the cream formula from the Legendary lipsticks, and they have really good lipsticks, I say. I have two of the Tom Ford lipsticks, which are much more expensive. They one Tom Ford lipstick costs the same like this palette. So yeah, and the formula, I can't say that it's you know what I mean. Anyways, so I have now on, I think it's these two colors. Am I pointing the right one? I think these two, or these two, or three. I kind of mix them, because that's the whole idea with this kind of a palette, that you mix things together and you get more of a color you like. If you don't like a bright orange like that, you can just make a peach color. You put some lighter color in it and you get a nice peach. So I have now like a really nice peach on. Light peach. So I love palettes like that. It's like, you know, painting. So that's what they're nice for. Anyways, okay, so since it is sticky, if I want to put something powdery on my face, I have to set it first. Otherwise, it's a complete disaster and I get splotchiness all over with the color that I put on or whatever I put on. My favorite setting powder is definitely this Vichy Dermablend. I'm almost out of it, but don't think I will use it today because I have this foundation, which is kind of drying in the long run. So I'm probably just going to use this Bourjois white powder. And under my eyes I use just this Photo Finish Hydrating Under Eye Primer, actually. You can use it by itself, but of course I know for video you're supposed to do a bit more to make it look, you know, no dark things going. But you know, I'm a little bit going against the rules here. Like, I'm not covering all the redness or anything like that. I'm just not. If I start covering all my redness, you know how long time I will sit here, or I will put like a complete concealer on my face and on my neck and, you know, everywhere here it's completely red. So I'm just not doing that anymore. And then it just looks gross because it's full coverage. And it's, you know, still getting hot outside every day almost, even if it's like winter time-ish. Most of the days, at one point of the day, it's gonna be hot. I'm not so sure about this Clarins coral thing. They call it coral, but it's really peachy. Like both of the colors together, it's like that. And there's some golden sheen in it, but it's very orangey peachy, so you know, it's kind of dark. A little bit dark, but very pretty color. I think I will do just a little tiny bit of it. Maybe I should start here where it's a little bit under my hair. Okay, again I forgot to put the microphone on, so great, just great. Anyways, I decided to use this meteorites from Gelland that looks like this. I believe it's from the spring collection. They're pretty whitish and light, so it's only for, I would say, for light skin. They have this pretty puff inside. It's really pretty product. But the scent is absolutely gorgeous and it looks like that. And it's pretty, they're pretty soft in this one, so you don't need a really stiff brush in it either. Yeah. So I'll put that on, and I tried to fix the chin a bit because I had to leave the house for a while, and when I came back I saw that I'm already red, you know, the redness came through, so it didn't really work, but never mind. Anyways, I think I'm done with this look, and I just put some of this Clarence balm kind of thing on my lips because they started to be a bit dry. And that's kind of it. I wanted to mention these. It's two colors and they look pretty much the same in my opinion. It's Dior on these two fingers. It's a Dior 999 Rouge, like that. And this is just a sample of a gift of purchase. So a sample, but a big sample, so it's nice. And then this Big Apple Red, I think. That's what they call it. Big Apple Red, yeah. So this one on these two fingers. And it's only one coat of each, and I think they look pretty much identical, I would say. So that's pretty neat. And the formula is great on both of them. Hope you have a really good day and a really good fall and good weather. And that you enjoy all your colors and shimmers and sheen, whatever age you are.